The Florida Gators are set to kick off versus number 11th ranked Tennessee Saturday, September 16th in the Swamp. And today on Tater Too Real, I'm going to keep it too real on why I believe this is a make or break for Billy Napier. Stay tuned. Usually when you hear Tennessee versus Florida, you would think that would be an easy win for the Gators. Not too long ago, the Gators owned Tennessee. They used to beat them all the time, but my, how things have changed now. Tennessee is ranked number 11th, their recruiting is on fire, and they have their quarterback of the future, Nico. But today on Tater Too Real, I gotta keep it too real about this. Billy Napier has to come through. Billy Napier and the Florida Gators dropped the ball versus Utah in their Week 1 loss in a very, very winnable game. Utah was without starting quarterback Cam Rising due to injury, and from the jump, the Gators do what the Gators normally do: make miscues, poor execution, and give up chunk plays. And I'm speaking as a lifelong Florida Gator fan, so I'm not bashing the Gators in any way, shape, or form. I'm speaking as a frustrated fan, but I gotta keep it real. The Gators will open up the game giving up a deep post route where cornerback Jason Marshall and Jordan Cassell had a miscommunication issue or something, and the guy scored. From that point on, I kind of figured it just wasn't going to be the Gators' night, and I was proven right. But I felt like the Gators dropped a big opportunity in that game. If they go out there and beat number 13 ranked Utah at the time, I believe, they would have been ranked, and it would have been one of the bigger stories in Week 1. Now the Gators find themselves in a redemption situation. Tennessee is ranked number 11th. Tennessee will be playing in the Swamp. This will be a 7 o'clock kickoff on ESPN primetime. So now let's compare the players, guys. Tennessee is led by quarterback Joe Milton, who is in his 6th year of college football. He spent 3 years at Michigan. This is his 3rd year at Tennessee. So far in 2 games, Joe Milton has passed for 429 yards and 4 touchdowns. Also, he has 3 rushing touchdowns. Jalen Wright and Jabari Small leads the backfield. Jabari Small has 162 yards, no touchdowns. Jalen Wright has 233 yards and no touchdowns. And sophomore Dylan Simpson only has 60 yards rushing, but has 3 rushing touchdowns. So Tennessee are going to employ 3 running backs, which is very similar to the Florida Gators, who are employing 3 running backs as well. They have a Montrell Johnson, they have a Trevor Etienne, and they have freshman running back Trayshawn Webb. So they have very similar game plans. This year's version of Tennessee are relying heavily on the running game. Joe Milton only has 400 yards in 2 games. So that is telling me that they're not fully confident in his ability as a quarterback, or they're not fully confident in the receivers. Either way, Tennessee is running the ball a lot more, which is the Gators' game plan as well. Now, the reason why I'm so focused on Billy Napier is that we just saw Miami go out there and beat a ranked Texas A&M team, and we saw what that did for the fan base. Now the fan base is 100% behind, Mario Cristobal, and things are looking good at Miami. We see what's happening at Florida State. They're ranked number 4, and let's be honest, they're pretty much the favorite to win the national championship, in my opinion. And we see what's happening at UCF. UCF is undefeated. UCF is a Power 5 school now. So UCF is on the rise as well. So I do believe Billy Napier and the Florida Gators will finally get it done, and they will finally arrive in college football. I believe this year's Tennessee team is very, very beatable. They don't have the same receivers as last year, and no disrespect to Joe Milton, but he's not Hendon Hooker, and the talent is just not the same as last year's team. So the Gators will get it done. This is your boy Tater Too Real, where we always keep it too what? Too real. Holla.